Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. We are on the creative server, this time a little bit of a different one I haven't done before because this one's actually going to be a multiplayer one, so other people can come in and build. It's not something I'm going to often record on. I just ended up making a big project just out of the blue, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So yeah, basically I wanted to make a forest. For some reason, whenever I'm bored, I just default to making a forest. I don't really know why. But making a forest is always fun. I love building some trees, and then this server as well has world edit, so it made things a lot easier. Anyway, I was very happy with how the forest kind of progressed. I'm not fully done with it. I don't think this is a project that will be done anytime soon. It's going to be something I just add on to every time I'm bored. Maybe I'll just keep making videos of updates when the forest just continues. But yeah, anyway, I'm happy with the progress that I've made so far, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So let's cut to the time lapse. So here is the forest. Now, as you can see, we've added a kind of rim around the edges. This is kind of, I need to make the terrain go up a little bit and then meld around a bit. I kind of want to make some mountainy stuff. Like, this is going to be a big project, I want to. But I want to add some more trees as well, but I'm really happy with how I've done so far. We've got a little path here, just to have a very ambient kind of walk through of this forest. I'm so happy with how this turned out. Like, I like the different variations of the trees. I like when you walk around and look around, there's always something different. There's a few things I still need to add, of course. More trees being one of them. Then also some more foliage, so it's not just too bland. But this river is another thing that I really love. I think I might make a fallen tree somehow, like maybe I'll put it over here so that, you know, you can kind of cross it with the fallen tree. I think that'll be really cool. I want this forest to kind of be almost like a story walkthrough. I used to play a lot of these maps when I was younger, or like different Minecraft maps. It would be some, you know, a story walkthrough basically. And that's kind of what I want in this. It's not going to probably be a story, but like if people can make up their own stories as they walk through, that would be awesome. But I really love how it turned out, and adding the rim as well has made this feel more closed in, and I really, really like it. I want to add some different type of trees because that's kind of what you see in forests. It's not always the same type of tree. They always have a bit of a different variation or variety of trees. But yeah, here you have the main kind of ones here, and we'll go and have a look at the trees now. So the main blocks I used were normal deep slate, strip spruce, spruce fences, and deep slate walls, and then also mossy cobble walls. Now this is because trees in general, their kind of bark is very dark or greyish, and that's what I wanted to use the deep slate for, because honestly the deep slate does kind of have a bark texture. Like if you look at it, I don't know, it has the same texture as a tree would. And then some stripped spruce of kind of when the bark's fallen off. And that's why there's more stripped spruce at the bottom, because more than likely the bark's, you know, come off more at the bottom when there's animals kind of going here, ripping it off, or people, or just water, anything really. At the top there's a lot more bark that's kind of intact because it's not as used that much. And then obviously we had to go a lot skinnier as we went up, so we started with a fairly large base, and then we kind of went up in almost like a zigzaggy pattern, because, you know, trees also don't go up fully straight, so we have to do a bit of a zigzag. But that's okay. I really like the way it turned out. The leaves I used as well were azalea here, and that was for a few reasons. Main reason is they're always green, and then also I just loved the texture and they kind of fit with the tree kind of idea. The one thing that I do notice is it's a little bit messy, but I think that's because I haven't added enough trees just yet. There's like too many blank spots. And you may be wondering why the dirt or the ground looks so gross or dirty, and that's genuinely because most forests kind of have a very mud-based, or the forest that I'm trying to create at least, have a very mud-based, like a dirt kind of travel or rain, water, things like that. I am going to add some grass, like these patches here. This is kind of an example patch of one of them. And then also some flowers. And I might add some more moss as we go along, but I haven't quite done that fully yet. And yeah, we do have a bunch of moss or grass splashes here. It's not all podzol, coarse dirt and path blocks. Now, I did make this river and I really like it. One of my favourite features is one you don't really notice that often, but it's the ground. I kind of went on a bit of a trip recently and we went to a few waterholes. I noticed the ground, it always had some kind of, like for rivers and waterholes, they had a bunch of different rocks that were kind of colourful. Now, we don't have that, I guess, variety in a single block, so I just mixed them up. So you kind of got the idea. Just a bunch of different coloured rocks all at the bottom of the riverbed, which I really like. And then I put some sand around it because there is usually sand. Now, I wish that the sand was a bit more of a golden colour, less white, because it has such a stark contrast with the rest of the environment. But I think it still works. I might try and add some path blocks to kind of, I don't know, gradient it in, just ease it into the rest of the surrounding. But I really like how it's turned out so far. Added a few lily pads, not too many, I didn't want to overdo it. and then of course some sea pickles and grass just to kind of give it a bit more of a texture at the bottom there. But again, I really like the different use of blocks and stuff here. Now, I wish I did make this a little bit more weighted for the height difference, but you know, things happen. There's a few things I need to add still. I still need to add the rim of sand around, but I haven't gotten around to it just yet. But yeah, I really like how this has turned out so far. If you want a tutorial on the trees, just let me know. I can probably whip something up quickly. But yeah, we've got the different height variation of the trees, all the same style, but yeah, I think there's about 4 or 5 different trees here that I've just copy pasted and rotated and all of that kind of stuff through World Edit, which is great. And that's also how I made the rim. I didn't place these blocks by hand, I'm sorry. I used the sphere tool, as you can see. I'm gonna clean it up, but that's just the base of the terraforming. But yeah, let me let me know how you enjoyed that and if you want to see more of this forest progressing. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.